Hello, friends and fellow collectors. Frank here, back with a good old-fashioned TTM video. It's been a while. I have TTM here through the mail autograph returns. I have not sent any out in probably almost a year, but I have received a few that have trickled in, and I have 3 successful TTM returns from 2 former Major League Baseball players and 1 former NBA player who also played from Boston Celtics. Also, I have 1 in memoriam. Rest in peace. I sent out to Mr. Dave Morehead last year, but I got this. Mr. Morehead passed away last November 24th. And I got this very kind note from the Morehead family. Thank you for your kind messages and support. We are sorry to share that Dave Moore has passed away recently. Our family deeply appreciates your understanding and remembers of his career. With gratitude, the Morehead family. So very nice that the Morehead family took their time to return my cards with a note. And I did send a few cards out to Mr. Morehead not long before he passed. I sent out 1 card, this 1967 Topps, and I got the $5 bill back. So thank you to the Morehead family for their for returning these. And I had got a couple TTM returns from Mr. Morehead through the years back in 2021. In 2022, I got a couple of returns here. I'll show you what I got previously from Mr. Morehead. Back in, I think this was in 2021, I got this very nicely signed 1966 Topps card. And back in 2022, I got this 68 Topps card, and he very nicely put this 67 Impossible Dream inscription I asked for. Then he played with the Red Sox for quite a few seasons, 63 to 68. He also played with the Royals from 69 to 70, and I got this 70 Topps signed. So if you want to go back and see a video that I made, I'm going to link it right over here somewhere. 2022 TTM return from that one and that one. The TTM show Saturday special, episode 4, I do a little montage of Mr. Morehead, who had quite a decent career, was part of that 67 Impossible Dream team for the Red Sox that won the American League pennant. And he was also a pitcher that pitched the last no-hitter of the 20th century for the Red Sox in 1965. And that was the last no-hitter in Red Sox history until 2001 when Hideo Nomo pitched one. So if you want to go back and check that out, go link there. So thank you very much to the Morehead family, and thank you for being a great TTMer, Mr. Morehead, through the years. So, back up over here. Let's get into some TTM returns. First, we have one coming out of, this was coming out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. This is 3 cards sent, 3 cards signed. So just 57 days to get back. And this was from Mr. Mike Woodard. We got it in here on the 1986 Don Russ. And fine black ink. Nice on the rated rookie. That looks nicely signed in the corner there. And we having for the set on the 1987 Topps. And if you've been following my TTMs through the years, you know 1987 Topps and one of the set that I had been working on to get signed, cards signed. So I sent a few out last year, and I got this back in last December. So I'll add that to the set, and I'll put a print down there saying how many cards I've got there. I can't think of the top of my head I've got for the set, but I've got over 250 at least, almost 300 for that set. And we got them here in the 1989 Flair. So Thank you very much, Mr. Woodard. Mr. Woodard played from 1985 to 1988 in the majors for the Giants and the White Sox. And he also played in minors for the, I think, the Yankees and Indians minor league organization. And he was nice enough to answer a question for me. I love when players answer questions. Who was the best coach you worked with in the majors, the minors, or as a youngster? What did you learn most from that coach? Mr. Woodard says, my high school coach was one of the best coaches. He taught me discipline, hard work, and the proper fundamentals of the game. Very nice. High school coaches are so important. So important. I had a few great high school coaches. I played season of basketball and football in high school, and my son has played high school football as well. So high school coaches are so important, and I appreciate that shout out from Mr. Woodard to his high school coach. Second return was coming out of West Palm Beach, Florida. This is one card sent, one card signed. This took 1,412 days to return. So I don't know the math there, but that's almost 4 years, if I'm correct, to return. Yeah, sometimes these things take a while to get back, and we got a TTM, another one for the set to complete this 1987 Topps Mariners Leaders card. We got this from Mr. Phil Regan. Phil Regan here is in this picture. He was a pitching coach for the Mariners. And I previously got a sign from Mr. Matt Young and Bob Keeger, I believe. I hope I got that right. Catcher over here. And very nicely signed. Thank you for finishing that off. So Mr. Regan was, he was a pitching coach for the Mariners from 84 to 86. Then had a stint as a pitching coach for the Indians in the 90s. Then he was a manager briefly with the Orioles in 1995. Then he made it back as a pitching coach with the Mets in 2019 as an interim pitching coach during the 2019 season at 82 years old. Back in the day, he was also a major league pitcher. He pitched from 1960 to 72 with the Tigers, Dodgers, Cubs, and White Sox. He was mostly a reliever, right-handed pitcher and reliever. He was an all-star in 1966 with the Dodgers with a 14-1 record with a 1.62 ERA. Very nice return from Mr. Regan to complete that Mariners Leaders card. He also answered a question. Who was your favorite batter he made as a pitcher? Randy Hundley. Thank you, Mr. Regan. Last but not least, we got a basketball return. It's been a long while since I've got a basketball return. We have coming out of Little Rock, Arkansas, 4 cards sent, 4 cards signed, 845 days to get a return. So that's over 2 years to get back. We have one from Mr. Joe Kleine. We got him here on a bunch of hoops cards here. Got him here playing with my Celtics. Another blue ink one there with the Celtics, and with the Celtics. Very nice. Joe Kleine was a 6 foot 11 inch center, first round pick by the Sacramento Kings in the 1985 draft, 6 overall. Played 15 seasons in the NBA with the Kings, Celtics, Suns, briefly with the Lakers and Nets. He won an NBA championship with the Bulls in 1998 and rounded his career with the Trailblazers in 1999. He was in the 1984 U.S. Olympic team as well. Very nice indeed. Mr. Joe Kleine, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for the Morehead family for returning this back on these Morehead cards. And with that nice note, thank you, Mr. Woodard, Mr. Regan, and Mr. Kleine. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me for a TTM autograph episode. I haven't sent anything out in a while. I may get back into sending some out this summer. I'll keep you posted. They trickle in from time to time. But anyways, until then, take care. God bless. Peace. Later.